We talked about this last time when we were talking about the skilled worker visa to the US, but we can talk about it a little bit more globally and also talk about VIXSA itself. How will you guys sort of separate the government payments from the costs on the platform, and what are some of the hidden costs in immigration that VIXSA is trying to either eliminate or make more transparent for the travelers?
I mean, one of the things we're trying to address from day one is making the fees for the traveling or immigration is much more transparent. And by this, we are giving like fixed fees between our members and partners. Well, we will providing the service with different tiers. We will have the normal one-off consultation. If you have just an urgent question, or if you would like to speak with someone experienced and you have a set number of questions, you'll be able to do this with one fixed fee for a fixed time. That's the first thing. And the second thing, if you have documents or you are experienced enough to do your application and just need a second eye to go through the application, that will be a second level or the second tier 2 for going the application. And then we have tier 3 and tier 4 where you actually the professional or the partner will handle your application on your behalf. He will process the documents. He will advise you about everything from starting the application until finish. And we'll have tier 5 for custom-based application where there was no defined price, but it will be negotiable between the partner and the member. And we will help providing we can say understanding about the needs from the members and partners and trying to come up with affordable pricing. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we will include in the transparency fees that any extra fees that will not go into the platform between the users and the professional or service providers that will be like government fees or insurance fees or extra fees. It will not be hidden because you will know how much exactly you will pay from day one before processing for application. For example, if you are John based in Ukraine and you would like to travel tomorrow to Canada, you will have that like the visa fees to the Canadian government, and you will have our fees, and you will have like possible extra fees, like if you have documents that not in English and needed to be translated to English. So we can give estimation. That's you can figure how much money you actually need from day one before processing the application. Nowadays, you always just after a couple of weeks for preparing everything, you just discover I have to pay 500, 200, or 1,000 on something that you were not expecting that you need from day one. But we try to get you this information at day one so you can plan, you can budget, you know how much money you need. Sometimes you don't need to translate. Some countries now are very flexible. They're accepting the documents with your local language if they have someone to understand the language. And other, unfortunately, not accepting this. So the flexibility of understanding that could be hidden fees, and this is how much you're expecting. I can add one thing on this. If you are, some countries also is asking to send actual documents using express shipping, which could be sometimes very expensive. If you are sending 500 grams or 1 kilo of documents between continents, that could add up to hundreds of US dollars or sterling or euros. That's how, depending on how urgent you need. And all this hidden cost, well, you will never think about it when you start your process. So we're trying to make it clear from day one, and that's how we are different and addressing the problem.